Hello there, everyone. Welcome along to the first episode in this F1 Manager 2024 Creator Team Career Mode. We've been doing some voting on the channel to set up the team. But we are here. The game is now out and at launch. So let's start off by creating LB Racing and getting on that journey and starting off in Formula One.
Formula One, a new season and a new dawn as a brand new team lines up on the grid. That means an even harder challenge to secure that coveted championship silverware as the on-track action is turned right up to 11. We're ready for excitement ahead as the teams return to the drawing board in the battle to end Red Bull's dominance. They'll need to balance their aspirations for high performance with the risk of pushing too far and inviting catastrophic failures out on the track. With many drivers on the last year of their contracts, team principals will need to ensure that they're kept in the right mindset across the whole season, as well as managing sponsor demands and protecting their most valuable assets from the prying eyes of their rivals. As a new competitor enters the fray, anything is possible. This is Formula One.
So there we have it. Let's get into setting up the team. So we already know what the name of the team is going to be. So let's get that. So now, obviously with the LB Racing team, we're going to create your own origin story. So you do get these preset options here. So there's 6 preset options. So you've got your story, you've got a hungry newcomer, technical breakthrough, Phoenix Rising, industry giant, automotive legacy. We are going to set our own one, our own destiny here. So let's get in and set another team. So opening that budget, we are not going to go with the. Right, so we'll go with the 10 million one on there, since we are a new team in Formula One. Facilities, we will put that down to 2, and car performance, we'll put that down to 2 as well. So we've got a bit of work to do with the team. Now, obviously, on to the drivers. Now, we had the poll go out on the channel. So, obviously, the first driver, seat number 1, goes to, and I believe he's on this list. There he is. Goes to Oliver Bearman in seat number 1. So, welcome to the team, Ollie. And driver 2, potentially on this list. Nice. As well. Number 2 goes to Mick Schumacher. Team Mick. So that is the driver lineup. It's going to be Ollie Bearman and Mick Schumacher. Now, staffing wise, or to try and keep this as realistic as possible. Don't mind going generator as well. But if we don't push too many people away, it's bring it back to Andreas, you're in the team. Head at aerodynamics, you're an 80 rated. The generator one. So we'll get you into the team as well. And we've got some Formula 2 options here. So Formula 2 options, don't mind bringing into the team as well. Do keep, obviously, try and keep the original teams that are in F1 at the moment as close as what they currently are. So we've got some F2 race engineers here. So you're an 80 race engineer, so we'll get you definitely team. That's the first one, and then we've got you here. Yeah, we're getting the team as well. Roman in the team also. So that is the driver lineup and the staff aspect of it done. So this is how the team is going to look out at the start. So we can change around and develop this as we go on through the career. So we move on to the powertrain section now. I feel with us having Ollie Behrman and Mick Schumacher, it's only right if we do go down the Ferrari route. I know Mick obviously left the Ferrari family and is now with Mercedes, but he's left Mercedes now, and I feel like we are kind of a Ferrari-oriented team, so we will go with Ferrari for the powertrain side of it. Now we are on to team colours. So, as you can probably tell from my channel, if you have been on the channel before, we are definitely fluoro kind of colour theme. Let's get that fluoro yellow in that, and we are get black in there. The team colour. Throw a bit of grey. To get the colours in. So, and obviously it's going to be myself as the principal. Let's get that in there as well. Experience manager, first time manager, set in form, class versions, and standard. Let's get into the game. Right, so it's time for us to get in here and edit a livery together. Like the look of. Let's get the two colours. Definitely it's going to be a undertone. So that is looking kind of good, but I feel like the floor is a bit. Oh, can you check? Yes, you can. Definitely think the matte colour finishing is a bit better. Not looking too bad. But a starting point of delivery, obviously, we've got sponsors and things like that to plant there. So we will come back on that, getting the sponsors on there, and see how the delivery looks with that on there. So we're going to develop some car parts here to try and get an early jump on some development before we actually advance into the game at all. I definitely think some new side pods are going to be on the cards. So let's get half an hour, because we've got 10 days to use up all this facility that we've got available here. So we're going to go half and half, get some big improvements on the cards. Leaving balance as we can. But like the old Formula One manager, reduce the lifespan of them by a little bit to get a bit more performance out of them. Get half the engineers on these, just over half engine, 5 half. And get that one on they go. So I've just done another one as well. I've just done the underfloor. That one's going to take 33 days, and the cycles will take 24 days. So we'll get that later on in the career when more future upgrades come on out, which will be good. Right, so it's time for us to negotiate some sponsors. So let's have a look. What have we got? Who's giving us a lot of money up front? 21 million up front, but not a lot on race day. They're giving us a lot more engagement. So cryptocurrency, their technology, and their fuel. Definitely think that big upfront payment is going to be in handy. We'll definitely get you in as first choice. And I'll get the additional sponsors. So we go you in there. So we can only get one additional sponsor at the moment. So we've got 2 sponsors, so that'll be the 2 sponsors on board for the team. So this is the livery as it stands at the moment. We need to remove some, so this livery has some details already on it. So we need to remove these off there. So we only have the 2 sponsors here. So let's get all these off of the car. So our livery is going to be a little bit plain at the moment. Not necessarily having the 2 sponsors in the team, but get it now. Make sure there's no more on there, which is not right there. We can get into it. So this was our sponsor. So I think we'll get them on the front wing, the rear wing. Didn't okay, that's the one. Down slightly. That's a good one. And I definitely think the team logo shrink. Team logo on the other sponsor we get on there as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of these sponsors onto the car and then jump back and show you the finished result. So, with our limited sponsorship, only having 2 sponsors on the car at the moment, this is the current livery with our 2 sponsors added on. So they've got quite a good car coverage each at the moment, with us only having 2 sponsors and the team being relatively new. That is the livery. Looking all smart and lovely in its full appearance. So ready now to get into the first race weekend. So let's set some targets here for the Bearman. We're going to go quite conservative at 18th, middle of the road, and for Mick, go probably a long strategy just to be 100%. Let's get into the Bahrain Grand Prix.
F1 is back, ladies and gentlemen, and the grid is set to grow. A new season is upon us as Formula One returns to the Middle East, ready to kick things off here in Bahrain. But change is afoot. The paddock has grown, the grid extended. Yes, that's right. 11 teams, 22 drivers, and the hottest competition motorsport has to offer. And keep an eye out for a new face this weekend as we prepare to see a debutante take to the track. What will happen this weekend? Only time will tell.
We are here at Bahrain. The team has arrived. The car is being assembled, as you can see in the background there. Now we will get into practice 1. Also going to manage the session because we need to see what these drivers can do.
Green.
Use up a set of mediums for Bearman in the session, and we'll send out Mick on the halves. And here we go, the first look. Again, our car out on track. Mick still racing with his number 37.
Ready to check. Yes, ready to check, okay.
So Mick out on track there with the number 47 car, and then Ben number 30.
We do a good warm-up of the tires.
So new to the game this year, you have this, the Helicam. It's going to be a great shot, that is. Great improvement there. So we will get into this and come back once they return from the first bit of practice time here at Bahrain. So we've done the first practice session. Bearman's coming not very happy at all with the car, 43%, but that's what you get for just sending out as it is. So let's crank on a bit of front wing there, move that up a bit. Get the rear wing down on there. Something around there. So 8 front wing, 11 rear wing, 4 to 6 anti-roll, minus 3.25 tie camber, and a little tiny bit of toe, so 0.5. That moves everything into the margins for him, so we will reconfigure Ollie to that. Now, Mick, on the other hand, cornering is great, not very happy with his straights. The tool traction is bad as well, so let's have a look and do some adjusting. So we definitely need to go definitely more like that, and we just need to work on getting that braking stability in there in a bit, which we can do a bit of that. So that looks perfect. So 5 front wing for Mick, rear wing 11.5, 7 to 3, 3 minus 3.1, and toe out at 0.15. Let's reconfigure Mick with those settings. And get that back on track. But as you can see, at the moment was 16th and 19th. It's a first practice for the new LB race Formula One team. See what tyre I actually put them on. Back on the same set. So we get them both back out and we'll come back in after we see what they are like at the end of this practice session. So they've just finished their second run. Ollie Bearman now up to an 80% setup rating, so it's just really that traction, that oversteer. If we can just adjust that out a tiny bit, which we'll do quite easily by taking a little bit of front wing off, I think. So we take a bit of front wing off and then maybe just a bit of toe. We're going to have to do these after the session, because we've only got 5 minutes left in the session. Mick is on at 92%. Mick is really liking the setup we've got on the car here. So what we will do, Mick, you can just go out for the last 5 minutes. Since you're on the hard tyre, we might as well send you out. You can enjoy from the hard tyre as we get Mick out on track. Just get him a bit more track time, get that track accuracy out. And Ollie's tires have died a death, and I don't really want to burn through another set for a 5-minute run, so we will leave Ollie in the pits for the last 5 minutes. You can get to know as race engineers a little bit more. But at the end of the first practice session, that is not a bad opening practice session. We are currently P20 and P22, so we are last and second from last, but we haven't really pushed on a set of tyres yet, and we've really just been getting the setup dialed in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play through the next practice and then jump back for practice 3 so you can understand where we got to. So here we are at the end of the practice 3 session. We managed to get Ollie Bearman up to a satisfaction of 89%. As you can see, great for oversteer, braking stability optimal, cornering is the only one that's not particularly great. Some good, traction great, and straights are great as well. So a good practice session there for Ollie. But with Mick, we managed to get Mick up to a 99, which is phenomenal for a first practice session. Mick, obviously optimal everywhere apart from braking stability, which is on great, but 99% setup for Mick. So we are looking in a good place for the first qualifying session with the LB Racing team. So let's get into that quali session. Right, here we are. Let's get into qualifying for Bahrain. There's nothing more we can do to the setup now, apart from some little tweaks maybe to front wing and things like that, but both the drivers, phenomenal job in the qualifying session. Let's get Ollie Bearman out for a nice early run here. And get a nice view into our pit garage. And we'll leave a tiny bit of a gap, and now we will release Mick and get them out for an early run. I think the aim has got to be to try and get out of the Q1 part of the session. would be a great result.
Make sure we put enough energy. Copy.
As we jump on board. Here with Ollie Behrman in the helmet cam. Under the floodlights of Bahrain. Warming up the cars. And he's going to get ready to go around on his flying lap as we go on to the helicopter cam. I love this camera angle. Great addition to the game, this is. So he's just got to warm up his tyres here. Sometimes I do like taking manual control, tell them to push a little bit earlier on the lap just to get the heat into the tyres as early as possible.
Copy.
Do the same with Mick as well. We will Mick a bit further back on the lap, so let's just.
Yeah, copy.
As we watch Ollie Behrman take his first lap in anger
Copy.
of the LV racing car through turn 1. Great line there from Ollie. Livery looking stunning underneath the flat plates here of Bahrain. As the first aim of the team here is surely going to be to get the cars out of Q1 and into the Q2 section. I don't reckon we've got enough at the moment to get out of Q2 until obviously those upgrades arrive later on towards the end of the month, so probably about 3 races in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a racing episode. So that will be probably episode 3, episode 4, that we will start to see the effects of the team. Obviously, if you've got any suggestions for the team, any feedback on it, by all means comment below, chuck it in the comments. I want you guys, the viewers, to be a massive part of this team. You're a bit like the board of directors in my eyes. I'm just the team principal. As Ollie's going to come round to complete flying lap here. And he's managed to go P2 behind Tsunoda, 2 seconds off Tsunoda. Mick is coming round the last corner. Let's see where Mick can put it in comparison to Behrman. So Mick is only a second off Tsunoda. So whether Behrman got held up on that lap or made a slight mistake will be wait to see, but let's get them back into the pits. Just fast forward it a little bit here, get them back into the pits. Reconfigure, so we will take another set of softs here for each of them. As we see some of the results starting to pop in there. So Mick is currently in P9, Behrman P12. Gasly having a lock up there.
So this is what happened. Now here we are at the final corner. The wheels just lock up there.
Yeah,
and they'll need to be mindful of the effect that that had on the tyres.
And onto the runoff. So things not going the way Gasly would like at this moment in time. So we've got 9.5 minutes left in the session. At the moment, Mick really on the case of Bottas, Magnussen and Hulkenberg. Behrman got some work to do. So Ollie, let's get Ollie out for another run, because we can do another 2 of Ollie if we really need to get him through. Got a nice bit of open space here. And we'll get Mick out as well. So we will jump back to the fast forward view now until we get to their flying laps. So here we go, Ollie about to start his flying lap, currently in P14. Let's see if he can get any improvement on this lap. And Mick is just on the nice corner. P11 at the moment for Mick.
Tire temps okay. Quite a good gap in front. Let's go.
So Ollie's about to complete his sector 1. Need a green sector here from Ollie Berman. He is green in sector 1, is coming up to the back of the Liver Travellers, hoping he can just get out of his way as easily as possible. Let's see what Mick can do through sector 1 for Mick. Mick is not improving through sector 1. Ollie is improving, which is a little great result there from the ground, getting out of the way of Ollie as he comes through, and they look like they'll be clear now to the checkered flag. So the checkered flag is still sessions of finish up to the start finish line. He is up in the middle sector as well.
Copy.
Because he is in the drop zone at the moment, and Mick is right on the cusp of it at the moment.
Copy.
Mick has improved. Now, what is Ollie's time going to be? Ollie moves up to P18. And Mick himself is now going across the line. Now, is Mick going to improve? Doesn't improve enough there, so we need to get them back into the pits and out onto another set of tyres. At the moment, Mick is the only one of our two drivers that's going to make it through.
Come back to the pit. Copy. Copy.
Right, let's get them in. Another set of softs. We're burning through these softs here. We'll get them out on track. Because we've got 1 minute and 19 seconds to get round.
Copy.
I don't think they're going to make it round even. We got them out as quickly as we could then. So they didn't make it through. That is a disaster result though on the strategy to try and get them out of the pits. We haven't got them out of the pits. So it's going to be P17 and 18 for the team. Unless Russell, I would assume Russell got them through 20 seconds, because that would be a disastrous result from George. To go out in Q1, he does improve. So that is the team 19th and 18th for the first race. That is not a good qualifying result there. That is a mistake there from myself as the team principal. Probably goes down to it's not a great start, but it's a learning curve for the team. It's our first step into Formula 1. We will now jump into the race.
Here, the floodlights are on, and it's nearly time for 57 laps around the Bahrain International Circuit.
Bahrain has seen some of the most dramatic races in F1, like Sergio Perez's incredible 2020 victory, surging ahead from being last on the opening lap.
Bahrain International Circuit was Formula One's first venue in the Middle East, and is still a calendar favourite. Dusty and challenging, this desert track is a real test of endurance for teams and for drivers. The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane, ahead of today's race.
So, not a good qualifying result there at all, as we are, as I said, 17th and 18th on the grid, which isn't a great result at all. It was Carlos Sainz that put it. So that is practically is Max Verstappen on pole, Sergio Perez second, and Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz in third and fourth, then the two McLarens in fifth and sixth. So it looks like a good battle there up at the front of the grid. We need to decide on how we want this strategy to run. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go long with Ollie, who's starting 19th. We'll start him on the mediums, then go soft. And Mick, we will go soft, medium. So 2 stop. As we jump into the race.
You're witnessing
Here
a
at
new
Bahrain.
chapter in Formula One as 11
We're on the
teams
grid.
line
That's
up
the
on the
first
grid.
stage for the team. Let's see if we can bring some
Plenty of
kind
people watching on
improvement
will
from
be
the
keen to
qualifying
follow
position here.
Fernando Alonso's progress.
Absolutely. Sitting in P7 and hoping to pick up a few points for the team.
Right, let's get to it then. This is it. 22 cars on the
Let's
grid.
get to it.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
Good start and getting inside. Making up some moves there is Mick. He's going to get squeezed on the corner. But he does get past Sargent and up in. Oh, Sargent fighting back. Mick losing out the place there. Let's see if we can. Want to try and make up a bit of ground with Mick here on the open on the soft. So let's have a look at comparison tyres around us. Yeah, Sargent on the medium. So Mick, you need to get after Sargent and get past him as soon as possible. As Gasly overtakes
Let's
Behrman
have a look at
behind.
that.
Let's have a look what happened
Now
there.
this is turn 6. The opportunity's there.
Up the inside. Gasly went. But Mick is the one that we need to be making moves with at the moment. He's on the faster tyre at this stage of the race. There's no DRS for the opening stint. Let's just speed up a little bit and get this opening on. Mick is with Sargent. Sargent has been dropped by Magnussen, so need Mick to get past.
DRS enabled.
If Mick can, let's let Behrman lean on the tyres a little bit now. Come on, Mick, we need you to get this overtake done here. Use up a minute of fuel if you need to, Mick.
Copy.
As Mick does make the move, we almost missed it there, but fast forwarding, Mick is now up into P17. You can see on
Right,
the replay
here's the
there.
action at turn 10. It's there for the taking.
Lovely move up the inside for Mick. And now
And
on
Mick Schumacher
to
says,
the back
Dankeschön. Thank you very much.
of, I believe it is Alex Albon in front for Mick. He's within that 1 second window, which is perfect. As we get an overtake as well from Ollie Behrman behind. got the wing open and car show. So that's 2 overtakes there for the drivers on this lap. Mick is now starting to heat the engine up, so we need to cool it down a little bit.
Save fuel. Copy.
And starting to overtake, heat the tyres a little bit, so we'll cool the tyres down a little bit as well. But it looks like he's going to have the pace here to potentially look at the overtake. As Albon goes defensive, Mick's going to look around the outside potentially here. Mick looking around the outside of Alex Albon and getting the move done. Albon's rear wing going to open here, and it looks like it has, because Albon has got that straight line speed back. Great battle here, 15th, not too far away.
Keep going.
Yeah, it's okay, Mick, we are just cooling everything down at the moment. As we'll jump forward a bit here now. Let everything settle down in the team. Behrman is making up some places. So Behrman getting back past the Alpine. Making up the positions lost earlier on the lap. And Behrman getting past Sargent as well. Ollie Behrman on a charge now on the medium tyre. Confidence growing in the car there from Ollie. Ollie's tyres are looking good. Use a little bit of battery here with Mick, with Mick makes up a couple of places there and makes himself up into 15th. So we got Albon here. So we're in the battle. We got the DRS and got past Magnussen as well. So hunting down the back of Valtteri Bottas. Now Magnussen getting back past Mick. So we can lean on the tyres a little bit here, and we can also use a tiny bit of fuel here with Ollie. So we're sticking with the pack. Use up a bit of battery here with Mick. Try and keep him within a second of Magnussen. As Mick's tyres are starting to wear. Actually got not the lowest software, but there or thereabouts. So it may be worth bringing Mick in earlier and putting him on the medium and seeing how far we can get him into the race on the medium. As we get the yellow flag as Mick has spun.
I don't know what just happened. Yeah, copy.
But he's kept it going and it's not done
Let's
like
take
he's
a
got any
closer
damage to the car. Let's have a look.
Things are okay at this stage. And round they go. And that won't do anything to help those tyres.
You are right there, Crofty. That will not do anything to help those tyres. Let's get Mick in and switch over to a set of hard tyres. And run him for as long as we possibly can into the race.
Wait, box.
So Mick's coming in for the team's first pit stop. Let's see what time we can get on the pit strategy. stint is not great for the team. Not a bad stop, 2.641 for the team's first pit stop. And Mick is out and underway. So Mick, in this session, this stint, we just need you to get the laps in, preserve the tyre, and go for as long as possible, please, mate. And tyres are on temperature and in the window. So there's been a pit stop issue for Valtteri Bottas. It's definitely a slow stop. Very slow stop. Valtteri not happy with that at all, don't we? Is that the wheel nut issue coming back from earlier on in the season, as he does get overtaken, almost gets overtaken by Mick. Now the tyre wear is looking like it's going to be an issue in this race. As you can see here, we put Mick on the hards now. If we leave Ollie out for as long as possible before we need to bring him in, we might be able to put him on a set of hards and get him to the end of the race. Bottas is on a set of mediums.
At the moment, we keep going.
Let's bring in Ollie for a set of hards as well. Mick getting a lovely move up the inside there.
Copy box.
And getting himself in front of Valtteri Bottas. So Mick is back up into P17 with other teams around making their pit stops. Leclerc there with the fastest lap of the race at the moment. As Mick gets another spin under his belt.
Okay. Yeah, I
How the tyres looking, Mick? 79%. We can still get it. Just keep it calm, Mick. Try and get Ollie as far into the race as we possibly can, potentially all the way to the end. Flags there as the node locks up. And Mick locks up as well. Mick is having a horrid time out there today. Apparently P20 and P22. We definitely need to get some development in with this car. Definitely needs some development in here. 21st and 22nd at the moment. Coming up to 20 laps remaining. I'm going to bring Nick in with 20 laps remaining. And we will get him on to the mediums. We have one else at medium. Bring Nick in, get him on a set of mediums. Try and get him some confidence back in the car. He's not enjoying himself out. I don't think Dan is having too much of a better time himself. Maybe might make it to the end of the race. If he's lucky. If not, we will get him on a set of softs. Hamilton has locked up then.
Let's
Let's have a
take
look at what
the
happened there with Hamilton.
Now, we're with Lewis Hamilton here. Everything's all right here. The brakes couldn't cope, and they ended up their own passenger.
We'll get ready to bring in Ollie. His last pit stop onto a set of softs. And then Ollie's going to go hunt with 15 laps remaining. I don't think we're going to make up any places. I think we're probably going to finish as 21st and 22nd. Yeah, we need to wind down the battery there for Ollie now with 10 laps to go. So far for the team. Looks like we have gone backwards in race. That's very long. fuel load there for Ollie. We have 7 laps to go. Need to save a little bit of fuel now with Nick. We have gone over on the fuel usage. We've saved another little tiny blip for a quarter of a lap. So we've got 4 laps remaining. Don't think we are close enough at all.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Sargent has spun there. Yeah, unfortunately, we look like we need a bit of development. We need to work on the car a lot with 3 laps to go here. And it is going to be looking like a 21st and 22nd. Unless we magically can get a safety car in. And switch to the hard, switch to the softs and absolutely tear forward on the track. As they come around and approach the penultimate lap.
Your tire.
As the final lap here for the 2 drivers will just speed up through this. It is going to be Nick in 21st. As we come around
Max
towards the last
Verstappen
corner,
over the
Max
finish
Verstappen
line
is the
and
race
today's winner.
Charles Leclerc is second as it stands at the moment. He just crosses line in P2. Norris has just come through in P3. It looks like Perez can take P4, so doing a slightly better job than he's doing in real life at the moment. Alonso with the fastest lap of the race at the moment. Nick coming around the last corner. We've got the car to the end, so the reliability was there. Just the pace in race form was certainly not there. It's Nick in 21st. And Ollie Behrman just coming around the last corner.
For the next one.
Ollie coming through in
If you pick up further.
P22. That is very true there from Lardon, the race engineer for Behrman, saying we'll learn from this and we'll come back stronger. Not the start that we wanted for the team, but we'll learn from this, we will be back stronger. We've got a young team, 2 young drivers. Obviously, Mick has been in Formula 1 before. Behrman in his first outing. But we will naturally as a team. And we will grow as a team and we will move forward as a team.
Sometimes I think you just have to accept that it's not going to be your race.
Well, I think most people expected them to really deliver here, but it's a disappointing finish outside the points.
Well, Max Verstappen can add yet another podium to his already impressive record.
That gives them their first win of the season, and it was really well deserved.
And we've certainly kicked things off in style here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
They'll be disappointed. Neither driver really shone here, it has to be said, and there's quite a bit of work to be done, but they'll be well aware of that.
And that is about that for this weekend's action here in Bahrain.
The teams now look ahead to the next round, where they'll duel it out in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia.
So that was the first race of the season. Not the result that we wanted, as I've said, but we will grow and move forward from that. Fernando Alonso, fastest lap of the race there. And as it stands in the drivers, it's Max currently leading the championship with Charles in second and Lando third. Constructors, Red Bull lead Ferrari, who lead McLaren. And then, as you can imagine, we scroll down and we are currently P11. But as I said, we will be back. We will work on that. We've got upgrades on the way. As I said before, want you guys, the viewers, to be as involved as possible in this series. So comment below any ideas, anything like that you've got for the team, anything you'd like to see, any differences on there. But thank you so much for watching. We'll be back for episode 2 shortly, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel and turn on the notifications for when that comes out. But thank you so much everyone for watching, and we will be back shortly with another one.